Assalamu alaikum guys, Parag here and welcome to another quick React tutorial. Here we will be looking at a tricky problem that you might run into while working with APIs. So I was working on an app that pulls data from an API to show list of major cities in the world with latitude and longitude of each city. And then in the next page of the app, I made a request using the latitude and longitude of the city to get the air pollution details of that particular city. So the issue I was facing here, so this is my app which is running in my local host. So if I reload, you can see that it's fetched the geolocation data from this link. So I'm on the network tab. Let me go to the header and you can see the request URL has the HTTPS protocol from my local host. And then when I go to the next page, and the next page again makes another request to an API, which is this API, and it has a protocol HTTP, but it actually able to pull the data from the API in my local host. But when I deployed this app on render, so I deployed my app on render, and you can see that when it calls the first API, it works fine, and it has a protocol HTTPS, and the link provided by render here is also follows the same protocol HTTPS, which is a secure protocol. But the problem occurs when I go to the next page. Again, I'm making a request, and the request URL has a protocol HTTP. Now my request is getting blocked because I'm requesting from a link which is an HTTPS link, and so due to this mixed content type, my request is getting blocked. So you can see from the console tab here, so you can see this page HTTPS air index on render.com was loaded over HTTPS but requested an insecure XMLHttpRequest endpoint, which is this endpoint HTTP colon and then the api.openweathermap.org. So this is a problem, but the app in my local host runs fine. To solve this problem, there are two ways you can follow. For example, if I go to my code, when I'm fetching data from the first API, I used the protocol HTTPS, which is the same protocol on which my page is rendering on render, which is HTTPS. So if you follow the same protocol, you should have no problem at all. But sometimes, or a lot of the times, when we fetch data from an API, especially if it is public or free, it follows the HTTP protocol instead of the HTTPS. So you simply avoid the protocol from your request URL and it will work fine. So I removed the protocol from here and it is getting compiled again. So let me push the changes. So I have pushed the changes to GitHub, and on render, now my site will automatically be deployed because I'm deploying my site using the GitHub branch that I just pushed into. So it automatically, starts deploying whenever I make a commit, a new commit. So let's give it a little bit of time to finish redeploying again. And the deployment is almost finished. Now let's reload our site. So it's fetching data from the first API and it did it successfully. We have the list of all the cities and our status code is 200. Okay, so now let's try fetching the detailed data, and you can see that we successfully fetched the air pollution index data, and this is the second link. And now it actually following the same protocol of the link. So this is how you can fix the problem. You just have to remove the protocol altogether from the link that you are trying to fetch the data, and it will work. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.